I just finished reading Freida McFadden's The Boyfriend. This is my second Freida book. The first one I read was One by One, and of course I returned it to the library before I did my review, so I wanted to review The Boyfriend with you. The Boyfriend follows Sydney. She's a 36-year-old New Yorker. She has a couple best friends throughout the city, and she's really just looking to settle down. She's gone on a couple dates. No one's really sparked her interest. She kind of had an ex-boyfriend that, she thought may be the one, but he was a workaholic, so she decided to get out of the relationship. During her dating, her best friend is also dating. They're on this app called Cinch, I think it was called, or Crunch, one or the other. Mom brain. And her best friend during that time goes on a lot of dates and she ends up being murdered. Not sure how. They don't really know what's going on, like how it happened or who the murderer is. It's kind of a mystery throughout. This also flips back in time to a perspective of a 16-year-old. I'll leave the rest a mystery. But during the time her best friend was murdered, they're trying to figure out like how and why she did it. She takes a break from dating during this because she's like grieving and she's like nervous, but she decides that it's time to go. During this time, she's on a date and kind of gets interrupted by something, and she ends up meeting another guy on this date. This guy she kind of liked before for a split second, and she meets him again. It was time, and they both decide they were gonna date and they like each other. So during this dating, she's kind of getting red flags. She's like, he has commitment issues, he's not gonna settle down, but she really likes him. So she's like, I'm just gonna see how it plays out. Mom, okay, I'll get you some, hold on. And while she is dating him, she's like, I don't know, he's kind of too good to be true. Something's got to be going on. So lots of mysteries throughout this book, but I will just leave it at that. It is riveting. It has caught my interest so much. There are so many, like the book says here, more twist than a corkscrew. And that is so true. Every Freida book I read, I think that I have a theory on who did it. And every time my jaw's on the floor by the end of it, because she just has a way of writing that you're like, what? I totally should have seen that coming. Now that I look back, it's so obvious. But her style of writing just makes you stay tuned the entire book. I read this in a week, and that was only because my kids never let me get a break, or I would have read it in a day. This is such a good book. 10 out of 10, 5 stars, highly recommend. I will be recommending this to anybody who's in a book slump to get out of it.